Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So, between last episode and this one, I put in that harvester drill doing the stone. We've also put in a second one grabbing iron from here because this iron deposit is starting to run out and we've been struggling for iron. And I've temporarily turned off the iron source to anywhere so I could gather some iron plates for my own personal use because, yeah, we were struggling for them. Our steam research has finished. We have completed that and now we're just waiting for mining. We've got loads of iron supplies, but we've run out of red coins. To that end, I have changed up something here. We are now delivering stone bricks here. I did have two carts doing it. In fact, I have two carts doing it right now, but they're not emptying. It's not selling the stuff quick enough. So I'm thinking of just stopping one of the carts. And yeah, I think I might just have one cart delivering. Yeah, there's no point in having two. And we need to find someone else that's going on here that it can deliver with. See, cloth I am now delivering via a cart rather than a worker, so I might set this cart to do that instead. Whoa, that was the wrong button. Don't want to exit. Yeah, so if I do that, then we'll have two carts doing the cloth, and I think this can keep up with two carts, especially over the distances that we've got there. I've extended the paths a little bit. Here we've got loads of stone, but I do need to do something about this here because I have noticed that the carts bump into each other and do things. It's not as bad at the moment. I would just like it to look neater. So I think I might put in the fence down the centre here and have it so that the base ground facing that way. Yeah, looks much nicer. Yeah, put a fence down the centre and have it going. But right now it is kind of working, so I'm just going to ignore it pretty much and be done with it. I think it's fine. Our goods are still selling pretty well. Sandwiches and things getting there. This obviously has loads of stone in it, but cloth is the next thing to sell. And this has got the pull ties in it, and it's doing okay, and we've got plenty of blue coins coming in, but red coins are the problem. We need to sell more things for red coins. What else can we sell here? Gears and steam pipes. Oh, wooden wheels can sell. I don't think we're making any more wooden wheels, are we? I think, well, no, we are, aren't we? Down here. That's a long way to travel. That is a very long way to travel. But not impossible. I think I might set up a little. Yeah, we're going to set up a little system here. Let's find some silos. Give me a silo. Or a crate would do. I think a crate would do. No, I need a silo. I need a silo for what I'm planning here. I'm going to put a silo in there, facing that way. I'm going to put a silo down here, facing that way. And we're going to grab a wagon or two. One here. Grabbing wooden wheels and put them into there. Okay. And I should really filter this because otherwise it might fill up with random stuff. Particularly with that caravan go backwards forwards, it might find it can't deliver and try to get it somewhere else. So let's filter them, make life a bit easier. Move on. And I bet you can guess what I'm going to do here. Wagon. Take wagon wheels, put them in there. Wagon wheels, take wagon wheels, put them in there. That'd be great. And then we're going to put in a boat. We're going to put in a cargo boat. We can afford a cargo boat. Just. And I'm going to say cargo boat. Take wooden wheels. Deliver to there. And yeah. They do sail oddly. They stick right to the coast. which I suppose is technically the quickest path for them. It just looks odd. You just think they'd sail down the centre, but then everything's on a grid, so they can't exactly do that. So, dairy's the only thing they're not getting on this one here. I was wondering about fish, but then the blue coins was going to be the fish, I think, wasn't it? But we're good for blue coins for the minute. It's red. I don't think we can do anything on that. So, yeah, you've now got some gadgets to set as well. There is here too. They're not that good, but they are more red coins, and more red coins will mean we can get more research done, and more research done means we can get mining going. And once we get mining going, we can then get more resources to sell, and everything is awesome because we are severely running low on resources here for good. Iron is just terrible, really. You're once again running out of fuel to burn, which is interesting because you shouldn't be, really. You've stopped because we've got more than 500 in the base, so that's all brought that to a halt. That's fine. This little setup here, I've got a wagon taking stone from here into the base because this was just depositing way too much stone into the base, and it actually delivers stone way faster than it needs to, so I think I can probably stop that now and go back to just a worker doing that. Oh, pressing the wrong buttons. So take stone to there. There we go. And I don't think a single worker can actually keep up with this. I think the wagon was just about keeping up with it, but the harvest drill grabs 12 at a time, and by the time he gets there, gets back, harvests, and gets back there again, the cart would have gone backwards and forwards about 5 times, so it's way more than he's actually producing. Way more than this harvester drill is producing, so we need to get some mines going. That's the thing. We have a place there for iron. That's definitely going to be our iron mine. I reckon that's going to be our coal place because I'll buy this bit of land here. In fact, we've got loads of coal. Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. Plenty there. And there's plenty of shard things here. Stone as well. Stone's pretty good. We've got stone here as well, but that's being used up. We do have loads of stone here, and I like the idea of having an offshore mine, which is quite easy to do. You can actually put the mine up on stilts, and it will still read all the irons underneath it. It reads in a square up and down as far as you can go. It's how some people can have farms on multiple tiered. Although I'm not sure if that's been fixed yet. It might not have been. I don't know. But yeah. So you're struggling for fuel. Actual issue. But then that's good because that's filtering the iron over to the forge to make some nails, which we don't particularly need because we're okay. And we're getting good on rails. So we're almost getting to the point where I want to. Change this up, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically tear down all of this and then rebuild everything on this center island here is going to be our main production area. The only thing I'm going to leave is the trees. That's going to be pretty centralized. I might regret doing that. It might be right in the way there. If it is, we can move it. We've got trees plenty of other places, but yeah, this is going to become like our central depot. So I'm going to change up things here. Instead of having this factory here like this, we will just have like a farm grabbing all the grain, and this farm here, and then another farm there grabbing all the grain there, and that farm there grabbing the cotton, dropping it into barns, and that going on the rail system, going off to be dropped into barns over here somewhere, which will be right close to it, but it's fine. And then each barn will have its own individual thing. I'm tempted to do that, or I'm very tempted to just upgrade a barn as far as I can take it and have each slot for the thing, but I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. I don't know. We can upgrade barns. We have resources to upgrade them a little bit. And this is storing 200 each, so it's 246. So 200 of each one. That's basically one barn. So yeah, I think we'll do it that way and have inputs into the barns like that. Have the trains dropping off stuff, whatever. Because with trains, you don't need multiple stops. You can just have one stop and have the trains go by it, and if it's got goods in it, it will drop it off in there. So that's all good. Our sandwiches are struggling because of cheese. The cheese is struggling because of milk, and the milk is struggling because of animal feed, and the animal feed is struggling because we run out of corn. So I wonder if there's a... No, for now we'll leave it, and we'll change up this here. As I said, we'll take out all the bits that aren't resource gatherers, and then we'll just put in the farms, and then we'll have all the corn go into something, and then the corn go off and become flour or animal feed. And then the animal feed will go off and feed our pastures, which I think are going to be lined up along here, because I just want to put them up against the water, because it's so much easier doing it that way. I could, in theory, have one pasture with everything in it, which sounds a little strange, but you could put every single recipe in a single pasture and just have the outputs as and when required, you know, just have the outputs come out and put into a barn or several barns, and just upgrade it, because you can upgrade with people, but you can also upgrade the pasture to make it faster. And I think once you get up to the Omni-Stone upgrades to make this ridiculously fast, yeah, it becomes vast. But I think to start with, I will spread them out. We'll have many pastures going on there. Does mean we are going to need some more people. We've only got 12 people to play with, so let's expand our town a little bit, shall we? We don't have any red coins, so I can't do any terraforming. A little awkward. But I can put in another line like so, and just put in some more houses. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that's all our houses done. Upgrade those to tier 3. We can upgrade tier houses to tier 4 as well now if we wanted to. We have enough cloth in storage because of this over here. This I think is going to be left alone for the time being. It will be transferred over, but my first priority is getting the food system working once we do that. I don't think I'll be doing that, tackling that in this episode. I may do, I'm not too sure. We started doing the rails again here, so this is all struggling and getting going. Essentially, I'm just waiting for this research to complete. Once this can actually get complete and get done, then we can set up our mining system. And the mining system, because it's going to be quite far away, is definitely going to need trains doing things. We'll have multiple mines in this area, and they will overlap, so iron ore will be grabbed and depleted probably quite quickly. And then I'll have to build a train which will go along. Now, I think I'm going to make sure the train is raised. The train's always going to have a raised track no matter where it goes, so it can go above areas. And if it has to go over the hills, it'll have to go over the hills or around them, I suppose. I thought someone was on fire then, just as I glanced over, it looked like it was on fire. But yeah, I'll have to go around the mountains or over them, I suppose. Which is good. If I go over them, it'll actually give me a reason to use magic rails, because I never use them. Magic rails allow trains to travel up slopes without losing any speed, which is good. This fire temple, when I first looked at this, I thought this is going to be awkward as hell. Then I realised you don't. All it needs is mana crystals and ether. Well, that can be made elsewhere and piped in via mana pipes. So all I need to do is just remove these 3 or 4 or 6 shards around the back of it, so I can just have the stuff pump in via the normal way. So yeah, and then I just output it, and it can all go via pipe, so it can happily sit on top of a hill and not have to worry about it, which is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. How is our boat coming on? Where are you? What are you taking? You're grabbing 4 at a time, so you do your whole journey, And this cart only goes backwards and forwards once. Wow. Okay, right, well then we're going to upgrade you. You are going to become, I would say you become a caravan, but we need iron wheels for a caravan and we don't have any iron wheels. So let's switch our production back over to that. Turn that one off. That one on. This is what I've had to do when I wanted to build that second harvester drill. I had to essentially just play with things to turn stuff off and on. It was fun. It was fun trying to balance everything. Right. You pick up some goods, not many. Okay. We're running low on everything. That's interesting. You're not really needed anymore. I think our caravan can keep up with our... Hopefully we'll use that one instead. So you're not blocking the bridge off. It's especially awkward if you... Yes, you do. Right, a few. I say because if it just blocks the bridge off, that's going to cause a problem because when I put the one-way system in, it won't work. Okay, caravan. You might as well start there, and you can deliver your 4 and done. Goodbye. Yay. Now caravan grabs 32 a go. Yep, 32 a go. Hopefully this can keep up with that. Don't see why it shouldn't. I think we are still manually feeding stuff here. We're still manually feeding things here. I could automate. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it all manual fed. This is all old school, so we'll leave it as it is for the minute. That could be fine. So you're generating the stuff. We're doing the bits and pieces there. Right, it's the next one that's going to be the proper test because obviously you now run out of wheels. So you grab 32 wheels and we'll see whether this can recover in the time that does it and comes back again. We are actually... That is capped. That is running at full speed. And it isn't producing enough wooden planks and keep up. You're okay for trees. You've got a couple. Yeah, you've got that whole line there. So. Okay, so the answer is no. It can't keep up with the wooden wheels. At least not at the moment. It may do when our research comes to a halt, and it can fill up. Mind you, that's pretty full anyway. But yeah, so we will eventually run out of wooden wheels, but that's not going to really be a problem, I don't think. I can't remember how many this grabs in one go. Is it also 32? It may be. It might be more than that. I can't remember. Let's see. Wow, yeah, it's way more than that. 2, 4, 6, 80. Wow, that grabs 80 in one go. It's almost a full silo. But then I think these can also move multiple goods. So, like a caravan, you can say grab everything from a barn and drop it into here, and it will grab like a full barn. It will take a standard barn has 20 slots, so if you've got 20 of each goods in there, it will take the lot. So it could empty a whole barn in one go. Probably designed for much further transportation, but then I remember on the previous map I couldn't deliver things very far, so strange. Oh well, doesn't matter. Does not matter. Essentially just going to grab 32 a go and go there. Maybe 64 if we have enough to ever come over there, but we won't because we'll run out of wheels very soon, which is going to be a little problem. We've got some wheels in here for wagons, so I think we're okay. Oh, and I probably want to stop this actually, don't I? Stop. And I'll turn back on the gear. I did turn off the gears here so it wouldn't use them. They only use one iron plate, so it was always making gears, and I didn't want that on the wheels. Nope. Nope. No. Give us more rails. Give us more reinforced planks. I think you do reinforced planks first, don't you? Yeah, you input into here first, and then once that's out. So rails are our last priority, which is not really what I want. Really, is it? Not particularly. To be honest with you, I kind of want to swap them round. Kind of like rails first, but then the reinforced planks are used in many more places than the rails are, so yeah, I think we're okay. This has come slowing down. Essentially, I'm just waiting for stuff to go. So, and I've said that before already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put a cut in, and I'm going to wait for this research to finish and just let things go. And I'll be back once this is done because it's going to take a little while. Okay, so we're back, and mining is complete. Boom! There we go. We have unlocked mining, which is awesome. And this is full of 26 papers. Won't accept any new ones, so this will start filling up, and hopefully this will start going again, and we'll be good because our wheels have run out. But they served a purpose. They did us proud. So I'm fine with that. Right. So. Mining. What do we need to build mines? Probably something I don't have. We need rails and we need reinforced planks, which we've been making, which is awesome. So, I could slap that right smack bang in the centre. And we could do that. Or I could put it one there, one there, one there, and one there. The more resources they have, the faster it processes resources. So I think putting it like there is the best way to do it, and have it just the one mine doing stuff, and then we'll lose some stragglers around the outside, but that shouldn't matter. If we put multiple ones down, then yeah, they got, well, that one's got access to 54, 58 there, but the more they have access to, the faster they can mine. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So let's get a top-down view, and we'll put it there. It's 137. That's the highest we can get, isn't it? Yeah, 136. The two. Yep, 137. Right there. Okay. There we go. Remove resource. That one, and all around it. And then we'll put in the mine again. Oh, way too far. So, and it can go out. It doesn't matter which way it goes out because we're going to have to pump it out anyway. So go out that way. There we go. And you can be set to iron ore because there's only one to you. Awesome. We are getting the iron ore, and see it's 640% there. I don't know if you just saw that. 640%. That allows us to mine a lot quicker, which is awesome. So I'm going to use what little money we have to flatten that down there because it's awkward, and then we're going to build a barn, which I should really put on my. I'm going to do that. Let's. There we go. Oh, and there's something else I want to check as well. A few episodes ago, who was it that mentioned? S04E06, I think, mentioned that you can drag from here the action bar. Yes, apparently you can. You can drag from here, so you can drag the barn out and then drag it to your action bar, and it will associate it. And then I think you can't drag off the action bar. Yeah, so that's quite useful. So let's change. We're not going to use normal paths anymore. Let's upgrade to big paths. That's good. I don't think we're going to use workers anymore, if I'm honest with you. So I think I want to reorder some of this. So we're going to go chutes, cloth conveyor belts, because we can't make metal ones yet, and road. And what buildings do we use the most of? Well, barns, which we now have. The grabbers, I think splitters. I think splitters are probably the other thing that I use the most of. So let's do that. So yeah, so you can drag it out. So that was correct. I didn't realise that. I didn't realise that was a thing. So there we go. I think that's what I use the most of. Other than when I go to 2's got loads of buildings on it. 3's got all this on here. Let's change this one as well, shall we? So wooden pillars. Oh, in fact, actually, I kind of want to duplicate what I've got on the first one. So let's go with chutes and cloth conveyors first. So they're the same on both of those. I'm not fussed about the roads. Really not fussed about those. I'm going to go wooden pillars, wooden arch, and then a scaffold ramp. Then I think I'm going to go with the stone version of them. Not that I really use stone versions of them ever, but maybe, don't know. Well, we'll go with the stone road ramp, stone bridge, and the wooden bridge. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, you can reorder stuff as well. Awesome. Right. There we go. That makes sense. So now I can just go and put in the bits that I want here. So I can do this here, and I'm thinking, I could technically do it one height, and it should let me place things in there. It does. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that because I might want to have multiple outputs from this mine. And then if I go back to here and we put a barn in, yeah, that'll do. Tempted to raise the barn. I think I'm going to raise the barn, and I'm going to do that because it's just going to make life a lot easier for me when we bring the train in. At least make it look like it's somewhat stable, shall we? There we go. Move the barn onto there. So, okay. Then when the train comes in, it's only one high, two high, but I mean the train can grab from whatever level, but it allows me to have the train slightly higher if I need to. I don't think I'd need to, but yeah. Whatever. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. That's fine. Do that. Do a grabber. There we go. And then you can grab, and that's nowhere near fast enough for what that can do. So let's see if we can upgrade that with another one, which I know we can. Grabber in, and then I don't think we can do another one on top of that. I think that's as high as we can go. At least until we get any metal conveyor belts. Because if I go one more, then try and put in there, I don't think the grabber will work here. No, it's too high for the grabber there. Ooh. Yeah, so we're outputting like that, but it's not enough. Upgrade that. When we get metal conveyor belts, that will speed up, so I'm not all that fussed about that. This is one situation where it might be worth taking out the ore in the centre and having another line along the bottom. But technically we could put 4 in, because that bottom one uses up 2 spaces, so if we need to do that, doesn't mean I would have to lower the barn again. Yeah, well, that's okay. We're getting iron in, and I want to put in the coal one as well whilst we're at it. So let's have a look at this. Let's just copy this. Right. Where can we get the most coal? Well, that covers everything. That's 95 coal. That becomes 94 coal. So that's... yeah, that's going to cover everything. I'll take it back. Doesn't matter where I put it really here, does it? No. We'll just put it there. That would make sense. If I move it over 1, it loses 1 coal but gains a stone. Don't really need that. But let's remove that one, 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 that one. And then grab... is there mine on the second one? It's not. Not on the 4th one either. Okay. Copy. Place it there, but we can't because it actually needs support blocks, which means we need to level the terrain. If I pick the center block, then do that, that should work. Copy this, and technically we can actually output on the ground there, I believe. You're going to do coal. You're at 430%, which isn't quite as fast, but it's still fast enough. And yeah, I think we can output on the actual bottom line here. So if I go up 2 and then is that the bottom line? That's not. It's there. It's a little weird because it's inside the occupied. That is occupied by the so we can't get directly out of the base on that one. That's a shame. But we'll be one lower than the other one, so we'll have more throughput on this one anyway. Right. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to raise the barn up higher. Bringing goods down is a lot easier than trying to bring them up. Yeah, it's much easier to bring goods down to a certain level than it is to raise them up. Although, well, not. It's about the same, to be honest with you. But for things like this, for coal and iron, it's a lot easier to bring them down because you can just put a chute in and it's straight down and it's quick. So that's good. And that is something I could have used here. Now I think about it, I could have used chutes on this rather than a belt. But eventually this will go up to iron belts and other bits and pieces anyway. So might as well just put in the belts now. There we go. So you can have 2 outputs. And you can upgrade as well. I'm not sure where we're at. 150 with that one. You're almost at the correct speed. Cool. Right. Okie dokie. And you... you require red coins. Do you require red coins? You don't. You require, yeah, a few. Right. Okay, I hadn't thought that through. That requires red coins. It's going to make life a lot more awkward. Because that means we need to really get our general store selling coins as much as it can. And what's the most? What gives us the absolute most red coins? Let's have a look. See here. It is the fire ring, which we're nowhere near making. The one we can make is the metal conveyor belt, but they're sort of expensive. So next one is a pickaxe. What does a pickaxe require? I guess iron. But it needs a reinforced board. It does. It needs a reinforced board, and that. The axe sells for 8. The pickaxe sells for 30. Same as selling the goods separately. So yeah. Yeah, so that's 1 and 4. That's actually a good deal. That's actually a good deal. So that costs 1 wooden plank, which sells for 1, and 1 iron plate, which sells for 4, which means it costs 5 red coins to make if you were buying the goods, and you sell it for 8. So that's not bad. It's tier 4. This one is 22 plus 8, which is 30, and it sells for 30, and that's not including the nails required. So the pickaxe is actually better to sell the goods separately than to actually sell the pickaxe, but pickaxe is a tier 5 item, so mind you, the reinforced planks are tier 5 items, so I think you make more money with the reinforced planks, wouldn't you? What does a reinforced plank require? One of those. 8, 9, and 4 nails. 12. That's 12. That's 20. So it costs 21 to make. So 21 to make a single reinforced plank, and they sell for 22. So so they give you 1 extra coin. but they require obviously fuel as well, so that's what you get down there. So yes, that's 21. So you make 1 extra red coin on the pickaxe. Whereas wooden axe is just, you make so much more on it, but it is only tier 4. But we're only on tier 4 at the moment. Maybe I should go for wooden axes. We can do that. We can do that, especially with this. If this can get up to speed, we can do that. So, right. More importantly, though, I need to have a look at my wooden planks. I'm going to change this now because the base can now store 800. So I'm going to say this math box is going to go up to 800. That will trigger fairly quickly if things going. So we can fill up the base with that because we are actually taking out wooden balls to sell here. Wooden planks, I think. Or we said no, we're selling wheels now, aren't we? So yeah. Okay, right. So let's bring our trains down. Let's start building this. How many trains have we got? I have no idea because it's not tracked on my list up here. Don't need mana blocks. Let's go with rails, please. 167. I don't think that's enough to get down there. And these are 2 blocks off from each other. Well, that's good. That means the train can go up and come back down again. I don't know how I'm going to have the main sort of delivery system. I might have a single track go up and down and then have that little lay-by system that I've done along it somewhere, so I can have multiple trains come up a single track and then they pull over and a train that's coming down has to wait. That gets out the way, track is clear, off we go. But I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure at all about that. So what I want to do though is I need to. Am I going to run at this height? That's I think this is going to be our determined height. So no, I don't want to use those. I want to use the proper scaffold block, and the reason for that is because when I'm just dragging the train track out, it will let me drag it at that height and put in the blocks automatically. So the train track or rail, the rail, when you drag it out and you hold control, it brings it up to a certain level like so, and it puts in the scaffold blocks. Everything does. If you have conveyors or anything, it always puts in scaffold blocks. I prefer using the wooden arches because it allows things to go underneath them, but that's high enough to not worry about that. That is very high there. That should be fine though. We should still be able to grab anything off that. I think I'm going to have just a loop here for the minute. So, and yeah, of course, you can't copy rail from that height there. So, yeah, if you try and copy the rail, it will always copy the scaffold block underneath, which is a little annoying. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of my chutes. Because I don't use them that much. Probably get rid of the paths, because I really don't use paths that much. Now I think about it, yeah, I think I will. I'll get rid of the paths, because whenever I use paths, I'm always copying them from other locations. So if I want to put in a path, I'll just be like, well, I'll just go and copy that one. That's fine. Paths are not used as much, rails are. So let's bring that around the corner. So, and let's do that and that. Okay, so the train will come along, we'll go up, go around, come back down again, and then back onto this track here. That is going to cause problems, but I'm fine with it for the minute. Rail stop. There, because I will figure it out when I need to. So, if I'm going to bring this in, grab, oh no, can't do that. Grab that. Where are we going to bring it into? Where do we want the main? Do we want it lined up with the base? Is that what we want? I think that's probably a good idea. It's going to need to do a loop in it. No, I'm gonna edge off the base, so it's going to be right next to the base, not actually on it. I'd like you to come this way, so, then go that way. Oh, we have no more rails. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think. Ooh, I think that might be too. That might actually be too low for the base. The base is on quite a high hill. Hadn't realised that. Yeah, stuff's having to struggle to go around it. Okay. Yeah, stuff was struggling to get around it then. Yeah, you can see the caravan things couldn't get underneath it. Okay, right. So if that's the case, I mean, I can't move the base. That's the only thing I can't even... I can move the base? I can move that base. I did not realise that was possible. That means my whole last series where I was struggling to get the rails around it and I built the town around it to do it as well, I could have just moved the base out of the way. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting to know, because it means I could move the base to be, you know, over here somewhere if I wanted to. It is quite a useful storage depot, but it does mean I can move it, level the train out, and then move it back in. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I don't need the train going that far anyway, really, do I? No, at least not right now. Not right now. We only need it to deliver like here somewhere. But let's cut it back, and then let's put in a loop. I'm going to do a bigger loop than I did before. That way. No, go that way. And then no. Go that way. You awkward thing. Right, I'll do it this way then. Yeah, thank you. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I'll come down here, loop around, and go back down again. So that'll work. That'll work. Need to find a way, because I want two trains. I want two trains. Can I even make any trains? I can't. I need. How many we got? Four. We got enough. We need. I need iron bars, so I need to turn off you. I need iron plates, so we'll turn off you. Right. And of course I need to then, as I said, bringing the goods down is easy because you can put in rail stops with silos lower. That's not really a problem. Yeah, I mean I could lower this whole thing down, but it's kind of above the trees, which I kind of like. Looks a bit odd. It is floating in midair. Let's at least make it look like it's going to hold itself up. I mean, I could do things on the ground and then like build a platform. I did kind of like the idea of bringing the trains in on the ground and then having like a raised platform with things on it. But although that looks really nice, it doesn't work all that well because of the way carts and things work. There we are. We'll put in some support structures in the wrong place. Just to make my head a bit better. That is way too long between that, but yeah. And of course I could change this up to actually have it like on a proper bridge. We could quite happily build a bridge for it, change it to be stone based with a bridge, which would work, but I need to figure out a way to get the coal and the iron down here using two trains without them crashing into each other. And I can do it with logic, and I know I can do it with logic. I just need to remember how to do it. So I can't put in a barn there. That's too low. Yes, that's too low. So we're going to need some way to offload the goods and bring it down. Which can be done with I just realised this is a terrible place to put it, isn't it? Because I want all the goods dropping off on one side now. We'll move it. We'll move it later. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So if I go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then put in a notch, and then put in a silo, like so, and then we filter these. We go iron, and we go coal, and we filter these to coal and iron. Do I want to do that? Do I want to just have one? I think I'm going to have one bob. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to have just the one barn. So we'll move you over by one. And then we'll redo this here. And we'll go iron, coal, and then we don't use those other two. And we upgrade this as far as we can take it. Ooh, yeah, we'll go one more. Oh, we'll go another one. The barn's upgraded all the way as far as it can go. It can now store 250 each one, so that is a mega barn. And we want rail stops. They're under logistics, aren't they? Yep. We want a rail stop there and a rail stop there. Yep, I think. I'm going to extend this out. And build it this way. So, yep. The trains will come along, and they'll go around here and come back here again. And then I can stop them. I can stop the trains here if there's a train on this track here. So that's going to be the interesting point of this. Okay. We can build minecarts. Awesome. Right, so let's do minecart and mine. Oh, can't do a second one yet. Fine. I want to put in a barrier gate anyway. Yeah, that looks good. I think that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll work. And then we can put in an agent trigger there with a toggle. And we can just go exit. We want it when it exits, and link you to you, and then you to you, and I think that should work. So yeah, so let's build another minecart. We can do that now. Forward. Okay. And I do need a way to spread them out as well. So actually, if I grab you and put you there and then turn you around, then what should happen is you toggle this and open that. You'll come out, and when you do that, you'll close that. There we go. You close that, so then you come along and you stop that, and then when you come back again, you'll toggle that to open that, let the next minecart go. Okay. Okay, that is really, 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 really terrible. Really terrible. Yeah, it's a really terrible way of doing that, because that's not gonna really work with this, I'm going to have extra laybys in places, because otherwise it's just going to take way too long to get the goods. Make you coal. That should work. That should work. It's just going to be awful long to get anything. So you will grab iron, then come back in. Of course, the coal one's going to come up, grab that, come all the way back down again. So the whole loop has to be done before anything happens. I mean, the only way I could make this actually work is if I put both the minecarts together. That would work, because they'd be close enough together for the loop and stuff to work for them. I think I'm going to do that temporarily. I do need to build that lay-by system. I think that's going to work, because this track is way too long for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have double track along, so it makes life a lot easier. We'll do that, and they can both just happily travel together, and that won't be a problem, because there's enough space here for them to turn around and rejoin and stay together, and then there's enough space there for them to stay together and not bump into each other. So yeah, that should all be good. Coal and iron coming in, and then we just need to do stuff with it once we're here. So yeah, I think we'll move our smelting over first time. We've also got a coal deposit here, and iron, which I kind of want to use. I kind of want to use that coal and iron deposit. Yeah, I think so. Next episode, I'm going to move my smelting over so we can produce more rails to get things going. I did say I was going to do the food first, but I think we'll do the smelting first. Which does mean straight off the bat, I'm probably going to move this whole rail system and move it back further. Get rid of these trees and probably that grain, I think. And then we're going to use up all the coal that's here and the iron that's here. So yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do, because this is smack bang in the middle of stuff and isn't really ideal for a location for delivery. Having a train track through the middle is not a bad thing, but really I suppose I want it on the edge, dropping off goods. Then this is the coal and iron line, and then I might have a line for grain, and I might have a line for stone, and a line for wood, and yeah, we're going to have some form of signal system going on where carts go different ways. But that's why I've got the carts filtered, so I could have a main line, and I could have, say, drop-offs here, and when the carts come back, the grain one could go down to pick up the grain, and the herb one can go down, and the coal one can go along, because we just have offshoots on the line. So yeah, okay, so I think that's where we're going to bring this episode to a close. I might leave this running for a little bit and see if we can get some red coins going, which I think we'll be able to, hopefully. And next episode we'll get the smelting done, and we'll move the smelter over and probably get some axes going, because that's not a bad thing. So yeah, okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.